Good afternoon all, and welcome again for this lecture of 8085 programming. But today now we are going to start with some of the basics of stack and subroutines because in the next program, that is of Square, we have to use that, and that's why I have arranged the lecture for stack and subroutine, right? So I will just share my screen and we'll start with that. Okay, right. So hopefully my screen is visible to you all. My screen is visible. Yeah. So today we are going to start with the stack and subroutine of microprocessor 8085. And here we need to learn what are requirements and why it is required that we go for stacks and subroutines. So what are actually stacks and what are subroutines that we are expecting today to learn? So let us start with this. I welcome you all again for this class, and I wish that everything is okay at your end. And let us begin with that. So, yeah, so this is regarding the stack. The stack is an area of memory identified by the programmer for temporary storage of information. Now, what is temporary storage? Say if I have only 6 general purpose registers and 1 accumulator, total 7 general purpose registers with me. B, C, D, E, H, and L, 6 GPR, and the one which is the exceptional accumulator. So if all they are busy in some of the work and we still require some more registers for that purpose, then what should be done? In that case, what we will do is we will store the data of those registers temporarily in some memory location which is specified by the stack pointer, right? And that particular area where we are going to store is called as the stack. Now the stack, the characteristics of stack is LIFO, last in first out. तो जैसे हम लोग चपाती का स्टैक लगाते हैं, चपाती हम लोग स्टोर करते जाते हैं, आई विल लेट यू नो. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट. तो हम लोग जैसे चपाती का ये स्टैक लगाते हैं और लेते वक्त क्या करेंगे, सबसे पहले ऊपर जो रोटी रहेगी वो लेगी और सबसे लास्ट में जो रोटी रहेगी वो लास्ट में आएगी. तो हम लोग इसको बोलते हैं लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट, राइट? सो दैट इज देयर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ दैट. एंड द स्टैक नॉर्मली ग्रोज बैकवर्ड्स इनटू द मेमोरी, यानी एकदम नीचे लास्ट में रहती है और हम लोग उसको स्पेसिफाई भी कर सकते हैं. सो दैट कैन बी लोडेड ऑल्सो. So in other words, the programmer defines the bottom of the stack and stack grows up into reducing address range, right? So सबसे टॉप पर पहले आएगा और फिर हम लोग ऊपर 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 उसको जाते जाएंगे. So this is about, just hold it for a second, yeah. So this is about stack, and this, I hope you have got this. So we are going to store this in some of the memory locations. So we need to store that in some of the memory locations, and yeah, so like this. So we are having this as a memory. So memory is something where we are going to load, store the data or the content. The stack grows backwards into memory. तो यहाँ नीचे से ऊपर जाते हैं और this is called as the bottom of the stack, and similarly it goes on. So as you put on the data, it will go upwards, right? The stack is like that. And yeah, I have already told you that stack grows backwards into the memory. It is customary to place the bottom of the stack at the end of the memory to keep it as far as away from user programs as possible. यानी उसको क्यों लास्ट में रखा जाता है? क्योंकि जो प्रोग्राम्स लिखे हुए हैं वो उसको डिस्टर्ब ना करे, ये मेन इंटेंशन होता है, इसलिए उसको लास्ट में हम लोग लेते हैं, राइट? एंड in 8085 the stack is defined by setting SP. तो stack pointer वाला जो पोर्शन होता है तो हम लोग उसको डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. We can also initiate the load the stack pointer by certain data, and the instruction is LXISP. By default वो ले लेता है. हमको अगर करना है स्पेसिफिकली तो that we can do by using this, right? So that is there, and this sets the stack pointer to location FFH, and end of the memory, last address of the memory location, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to save the data of some registers over there, right? So save करने के लिए क्या instruction है? So save करते वक्त what you'll do, you'll use this push instruction, और हम लोग उसको बोलते हैं pushing it on. right? The information is saved on the stack by pushing it on. Let me show you the animation. और it is retrieved. अब उसको push कर दिया यानी save कर दिया, अब उसको वापस लेना है तो we will have to pop it. So that is done by the. So 8085 provides two instructions, push and pop, for storing information on the stack and retrieving it back from the stack pointer, right? So कैसा होता है वो? तो let us see this. So it's like this. So it will like this. It is like this. Yeah. So push means the data is being stored and pop means the data is being retrieved. So that is the main job of stack. Now let us see the first instruction, that is the push instruction. So what will happen when we give this instruction, execute this instruction as a push. The push like push B. So the content of the register B is being stored or saved in the memory location specified by the stack pointer. And what it will do, it will decrement the stack pointer. सबसे highest इस पर रहेगा FFH पर, और फिर जैसे हम लोग वो डेटा सेव करेंगे तो वैसे ही वो डिक्रीज होगा, तो FFFE ये लोकेशन पर आ जाएगा. And copy the contents of register B to the memory location pointed to by the stack pointer. Right, the data is being stored. कैसे? And again decrement the stack pointer for next data to be saved. Right, तो ऐसा वो करके रखेगा. Now the copy the contents of register C to the memory location pointed to the stack pointer. अगर हमको ये यूज करते रहना है तो हम लोग ऐसा करेंगे. Now let us start. Okay, this relates to a pair, register pair. So B और C ये दोनों भी register pair का data हम लोग लोड करने वाले हैं, like this. So I need to show you, हाँ, तो ये इस प्रकार का हमारे मेमोरी लोकेशन है. दिस इज FFH, FFE, FFD एंड FFC, FFB ऐसा है. तो लास्ट से ऊपर चल रहे हैं हम लोग. अब हम लोगों ने सबसे पहले पुश बी वाला इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया, तो पुश बी में बी और सी रजिस्टर में क्या है, 12 और F3 है. हम जब इसको इंस्ट्रक्शन एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे तो वो क्या करेगा, सबसे पहले ये डिक्रीमेंट करेगा. Stack pointer is loaded by this FFH. It will decrement it. Then it will store the contents of register B in the memory location FFE. और फिर उसके बाद फिर से एक बार डिक्रीमेंट करेगा, and then it will load the data of C to the next memory location or the previous memory location, that is FFD. That is F3. So this is how the stack pointer is being loaded, or the data is being copied from the register pair to the memory location, right? So this is a stack, and this is how the data is being pushed or data is being stored or saved in the memory location. Right? So the next instruction that we are having like this. So this is what happens when we say push. So push is going to save the data like this, and when we say pop, then it is going to retrieve the data like. So this is a stack. The next one is again the pop instruction. So pop instruction is again same, but now the data is being retrieved. So now we are using the instruction pop B. So it is specifically mentioning the register pair. So DE register pairs. Copy the contents of memory location pointed to by the stack pointer to register E first, and then to increment stack pointer, and then store the contents of the memory location specified by the stack pointer in register D. Right? So likewise, so here I can show you like, so this is the data which is already stored in the stack pointer, that is SP, F3 and 12. So when I say pop D, so F3 is supposed to move from this memory location to register E, and it will decrement, then it will increment, and then the next data, that is 12, is being moved to D. This is how the pop instruction is going to be executed. Right? So this is for push and pop. Now for operation of the stack, what it does, during pushing, the stack operates in decrement, then store, decrement और फिर store. ऐसा काम करता है. और the stack pointer is decremented first, then the information is placed on the stack. Similarly, during popping, the stack operates in use then increment style, right? Increment करके. So the information is retrieved from the top of the stack, and then the pointer is being incremented, right? So ये एक दूसरे के अपोजिट है, पुश और पॉप। स्टैक बोला तो एक्चुअली स्टैक क्या होता है, हम लोग किताबों के ऊपर किताबें रखते हैं, तो वो जो ये बनता है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ स्टैक, राइट? सो स्टैक स्टैंड्स फॉर दैट। एंड उसका कौन जिम्मेदार रहेगा, स्टैक पॉइंटर जो रजिस्टर है 16 बिट का, वो दैट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दैट, एंड इट विल ऑलवेज mention the top of the stack pointer, right? Like this. So this is that instruction. Then it works on that concept of LIFO, last in first out. We are going to use this in the next say hopefully next program. That's why I'm telling you this. So the order of pushes and pops must be opposite to each other and order to retrieve information back into its original location, like this. तो पहले हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा, push वाले इंस्ट्रक्शंस यूज करने पड़ेंगे, देन ओनली वी कैन हैव पॉप एंड, और सिमिलर ही होना चाहिए। मतलब हम लोगों ने पुश बी किया, फिर नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन यूज किया पुश डी, और उसके बाद हमारा कुछ तो भी प्रोग्राम कंप्लीट हुआ, और उसके बाद हम फिर से डेटा रिट्रीव कर रहे हैं, तो वी हैव टू स्टार्ट विद दैट ओनली, पॉप डी एंड उसके बाद पॉप डी। तो लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट ये एग्जाम्पल होता है। So reversing the order of pop instruction will result in exchange of the contents of BC and DE. अगर ऐसा किया कुछ तो भी, तो BC और DE के कंटेंट एक्सचेंज हो जाएंगे। दिस इज व्हाट मींस लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट वाला कंसेप्ट, लाइक। सो दिस इज फॉर द स्टैक, एंड देन it comes out to be the program setters was a word register pair. तो अगर हमारे को इसको अगर करना है पुश, तो उसके लिए क्या है, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो अगेन 8 बिट, तो उसका भी एक कोड बनेगा, राइट? सो रजिस्टर पेयर कॉल्ड एज प्रोग्राम स्टेटर, दिस रजिस्टर पेयर इज मेड अप ऑफ एक्यूमुलेटर एंड द फ्लैग रजिस्टर, ये दोनों को मिला के PSW बनता है, राइट? तो दोनों भी 8 बिट के है, तो 16 बिट हो गया। इट इज पॉसिबल टू पुश द PSW ऑन टू द स्टैक, डू वॉट एवर ऑपरेशन आर नीडेड एंड देन पॉप इट ऑफ द स्टैक। तो हम लोग PSW को भी पुश और पॉप कर सकते हैं, right? So the result is that the contents of accumulator and the status flags are returned to what they were before the operations were executed. अगर जरूरत पड़े तो, जैसे इनकी जरूरत हमको बहुत रेयरली पड़ेगी, right? So the next topic which is very much useful here is the subroutine, right? And subroutine handling. What is a subroutine? Now subroutine is actually a small program which is written outside the main program, राइट? तो एक छोटा प्रोग्राम हम लोग लिखकर रख रहे हैं बाजू में, जिसकी हमको जरूरत पड़ेगी मेन प्रोग्राम। अगर ऐसा कुछ है तो उस पर्टिकुलर प्रोग्राम को हम लोग बोलते हैं, जो छोटा सा प्रोग्राम लिखा है जो बार बार जरूरत पड़ने वाली है सब रूटीन में, उसको हम लोग जो छोटा प्रोग्राम लिख कर रखा है अलग से, उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं सब रूटीन, राइट? तो वो जो क्या बोलते हैं, सब रूटीन को एग्जीक्यूट करना है तो हमको कॉल इंस्ट्रक्शन ये यूज करना पड़ता है, राइट? तो वैसा ही है सेम। तो दिस इज दैट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दैट सब रूटीन कंसेप्ट। तो मैं आपको जो बता रहा था, दिस इज सपोज टू बी द मेन प्रोग्राम, राइट? एंड दिस इज द स्मॉल प्रोग्राम विच इज रिटन अदर देन the main program. So this is written somewhere else, and we need to call this small program in the main program. So I am calling here subroutine A. So now the program counter will directly land on this memory location, and it will start executing this subroutine A. And at the end of the subroutine, we always need to write a return. So as soon as we return it, so the program counter will jump to the next instruction of the last call instruction. So next जो भी instruction होगी वहां jump करेगा. And this subroutine may be called many times in the main program, right? So this is the basic concept of a subroutine. Subroutine क्या होता है? Subroutine is actually a small program written other than the main program, and in which in the main program we are able to call that small program, that is a subroutine, right? So this is that. So this is the subroutines. These are some of the elements of subroutines and what is does as we execute the subroutine or call the instruction. So we have to as soon as we execute this, then the program counter और stack pointer का जो भी डेटा है वो स्टैक पर जाता है, और वो जाने के बाद हम लोग फिर से जब वापस आते हैं रिटर्न करते हैं तो वो मेन इस पर आ जाता है. सो दोज आर डन बाय पुश एंड पॉप इंस्ट्रक्शन. सो दीज आर रिटन ओवर देयर. So these are all the necessary things. So subroutines we need to start. A subroutine is defined as a group of instructions or a small program that will be used repeatedly in different locations of the program. तो मेन प्रोग्राम में अगर उसकी जरूरत पड़ती है हमको, तो हम उसको कॉल कर सकते हैं. अगर हम लोगों ने ऐसा नहीं किया तो क्या होगा, हमारे मेन प्रोग्राम में वो 10 बार लिखना पड़ेगा, राइट. और उसको अवॉइड करने के लिए, to avoid that particular, and the length of the program will increase. So to reduce the length of the program, we write that particular set of instructions somewhere else, and we call that instruction in the main program. Call those group of instructions in the main program. Like abhi, the next program that we have to do is to make the square of 10 numbers which are written in the memory location, right? So what we have to do is we have to use the program for multiplication, and the result is 16-bit. So what we have to do is we will write a program of multiplication somewhere else, and we will take one data, one content, and then we will call that particular program in the subroutine, and we will execute that. So we are going to use that, right? So this is for subroutines. Rather than repeat the same instructions several times, they can be grouped into a subroutine that is called from the different locations. So we can call that program in the main program, right? In assembly language program, subroutine can exist anywhere in this code. Now remember this, we are talking about 8085 and assembly language programming. In C, when we are going to study C in the next session, next academic year, that is in year 16, we will call that function. We will call that program as a function. Here we are calling it as a subroutine, and in C it is called as the function, right? So in assembly language, we call it subroutine can exist anywhere in the code, right? So we have that small program, right? So that is written separately from the main program, and which can be called in the main program itself. So that is subroutine. And the 8085 that has two instructions for dealing with subroutines. I have told you the call instruction, which will call the subroutine in the main program, and then which will direct the program counter to switch the memory location address of the program to the say the subroutine memory location, right? And the next instruction is return, that is RET. This is wrongly written over, RTE nahi hai, RET hai, right? So return. So return is the another instruction to again come back to the main program, which is actually written in the end of the subroutine, right? And there are some conditional and unconditional returns also, right? So yeah, so call instruction se kya hota hai, that I need to let us review on this. So call 400H, this is what is written in the main program, and we have written over here 200 पर हमने वो लिखा है call 400, yeah. तो क्या होगा उसका, तो देखिए नेक्स्ट जो मेमोरी लोकेशन का एड्रेस है, जो दिस इज कंटेंट बाय द प्रोग्राम काउंटर, राइट. सो व्हाट इट विल डू, इट विल पुश द इंस्ट्रक्शन इमीडिएटली फॉलोइंग द कॉल ऑन टू द स्टैक. तो ये 2003 जो है, जो प्रोग्राम काउंटर में है, दिस इज बीइंग पुश्ड टू द स्टैक. तो 03 और 20 यहाँ पे स्टैक पॉइंटर पे पुश हो जाएंगे, और उसके बाद load the program counter with the 16-bit address supplied with the call instruction. अब प्रोग्राम काउंटर खाली हो गया, इसको कहीं तो भी सेव करके रखा है कुछ देर के लिए, जब तक सब रूटीन एग्जीक्यूट होता है. उस ड्यूरेशन में द प्रोग्राम काउंटर विल टेक द लोकेशन, मेमोरी लोकेशन विच इज स्पेसिफाइड बाय दिस इंस्ट्रक्शन, दैट इज 400, राइट. तो जैसे ये आ जाएगा तो प्रोग्राम काउंटर विल डायरेक्टली स्विच ओवर देयर. एंड व्हाट द रिटर्न इंस्ट्रक्शन डज, return, this is not RTE, let me correct this, this is wrong. So this must be RET, yeah. So yeah, yes, right. So this is that instruction which call it as return instruction, RET. So return instruction is the retrieve to return the address from the top of the stack. तो जहां पर उसको छोड़ा था, ये समझो 400 से 4015 तक के आया है, तो यहाँ पर रिटर्न इंस्ट्रक्शन लिखी है, तो ये 2003 वापस ये स्टैक पॉइंटर से प्रोग्राम काउंटर में आ जाएगा and the main program will be executed. Like so, that is the main job of return. So सबरूटीन के लिए दो इंस्ट्रक्शंस, कॉल इंस्ट्रक्शन और सेकंड वन इज द रिटर्न इंस्ट्रक्शन, वापस मेन प्रोग्राम में आने के लिए। ये याद रखना क्योंकि हमको भी नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन, नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम हमको इसका लिखना, राइट? सो दिस इज देयर एंड देन these are some of the cautions which we need to take during the call and other instructions. So the call instruction places the return address at the two memory locations immediately before where the stack pointer is pointing. You must set the stack pointer correctly before using the call instruction. So you can load that stack pointer properly, or by default it is taken as FFF, right? So that must be taken care of. And the return instruction takes the contents of two memory locations at the top of the stack and uses this as the return address. Remember this. If you have again after that pushed some data in the stack pointer, then the microprocessor will take that data as the memory location address of the next say instruction, right? So this is the precaution that is to be taken while using that. So do not modify the stack pointer in a subroutine. You will lose the return address. It won't return to the main program, and if it doesn't return, then it will go in a loop or it will show you the error. Like so, these are some of the cautions. And passing the data to a subroutine, we have assembly language data is passed to a subroutine through registers, and the data is stored in one of the registers by the calling program, and the subroutine uses the value from the registers. The other possibility is to use agreed upon memory locations. तो जो मेमोरी लोकेशन हम लोगों ने स्पेसिफाई किया है उसी पर हम लोग रहे. So that is done. And lastly, yeah, so call by reference is also present there. So call by reference means if there are some conditions which has to be satisfied, then only we should call that. So that can be done. So that is conditional calls, right? So conditional calls है हमारे पास, so that can be used. वैसे ही return भी conditional है. So if the subroutine performs operation on the contents of the register, then these modifications will be transferred back to the calling program upon returning from the subroutine. So if you are using that some registers in subroutine, then there are change in data of those registers, and that those are called as call by reference, right? So the next we are having our cautions with precautions that to be taken with the push and pop instructions, right? So cautions, what are the cautions taken? So push and pop should be used in opposite order. याद रखिए पहले push किया है तो वही पॉप पहले करना है, जैसे हमने जब भी दिखाया पुश डी, राइट? तो पॉप करते हो पहले पॉप डी करना पड़ेगा और बाद में पॉप बी करना पड़ेगा. तो वैसे ही लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट वाले सीक्वेंस. So there has to be many pops as there are push. तो जितने pushes लगा है उतने ही pops लगाने हैं, याद रखिए. And if not, the return statement will pick up the wrong information from the top of the stack and the program will fail. याद रखिए. So that is to be think of by the programmer itself, not by the microprocessor. So microprocessor कभी कोई गलती नहीं करता है. The mistake is done by the programmer. So it is not advisable to place push or pop inside a loop. तो loop में डालते वक्त आप थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखिए कि push और pop properly use करें या ना use करें, right? Right. So these are some of the conditional calls and conditional returns. Again, RET है वो, RTE नहीं है. So there are call subroutine if carry flag is set, call if carry flag is not set, call if not zero, call if zero. ये सब का flag से related है. Similarly, we have return if carry, return if not carry, and otherwise. So these are all instructions are included in call and return instructions that can be also used in the main program as well as in the subroutine. So this is all for today, and I guess you have understood what is stack and what is subroutine. Let me brush it up again for what we have studied today. So today we have studied with stacks and subroutine, and I expect that we are going to use this in the next class, hopefully. So yeah, so we'll again repeat it for you, and just for refresh. So we were working on, we were learning on stack and subroutine of microprocessor 8085. Firstly, we have studied about the stack. The stack is an location, memory location identified by the stack pointer or by the programmer, where the some contents of register pairs are being saved for temporary purpose, right? And those registers can be used for different purpose, and again they can be retrieved. And they work on last in first out structure. The stack normally grows backwards into the memory. सबसे लास्ट में रहते हैं और उसका ऊपर का होता है like this. So memory and the top bottom of the stack is present over there. Then stack, या ये बता दिया है 8085 में, that can be loaded by LXI SP FFFF. And if you want to specify some other address for stack, you can also load that stack pointer by using this instruction LXI SP. As we already have used LXIH, LXID, LXIB. Similarly, we can also load a stack pointer with that instruction. So that is there. Saving information on the stack, pushing and popping are the two instructions. Push and pop are the two instructions by which we can save and retrieve the data from the stack. Like so, that is there. The push instruction, what it does, push B will decrement stack pointer, then copy the contents of register B to the memory location specified by the stack pointer, then again decrement stack pointer, and then move the content of register C in the stack pointer like this. So let us see. So this is the stack. Now these are register B and C, and the data in B and C are 12 and 13. As soon as we push the instruction, push B, execute the instruction, then the contents of register B will be stored in the memory location FFE, and it will decrement, and F3, that is in the content of register C, is going to be saved in FFD. Like so, these are the stack pointer, and this is how push and pop works. So if I pop instruction, again similar pattern, just a reverse of push. So that is done. Suppose F3 and 12 are being saved in FFE and FFD, then we are having pop D. We have to execute pop D instruction. Then F3 is going to be loaded in DE, and 12 is going to be loaded in the register D. So this is how push and pop works. Then operation of the stack pointer, I have already told you how it works. It pushes and it pops. So push means to save the data in the memory, and pop means to retrieve the data from the memory in the form of last in first out structure only. Then saving, yeah, I have already told you. So as you are using push, you have to use pop similarly. So last in first out is the simplest method. If you are pushing B first and then pushing D, then you have to retrieve data like pop B first and then pop B. So you have to go in last in first out order. So that was one of the precautions. So you can push PSW, so accumulator and the status registers, those are flags. So both make a 16-bit data, and that can be also pushed on the stack pointer. So this is there. Then we have studied about subroutine. Subroutine is actually a small program which is written other than in the other memory location from the main program, and we can call this subroutine in the main program many a times. So we can reduce the length of the program by using this, right? So this is called as a subroutine. Subroutine ke parameters kuch, and these are subroutines. Subroutine ki definition: a subroutine is a group of instructions that will be used repeatedly in different locations of the program, rather than to repeat the same instructions in the main program, right? So that is done. The simple is called as the subroutines, and for that we are having two instructions: call and return, RET, right? So call and return are the two instructions. This is how the call instructions is being used and how it is being loaded. So that is being showed over there. Yeah. So call 400 will load the program counter with 2003. तो ये यहाँ पर लोड कर दिया है, और अब स्टैक पॉइंटर प्रोग्राम काउंटर खाली हो गया, तो 400 से लोड हो जाएगा, and it will start executing the instruction from the memory location from where the small program or the subroutine program is generated. And similarly, we are having the return instruction. So जब हम return करते हैं at the end of the subroutine, then it will come back to the main program, and it will again start executing the instructions from the last stage. So this was all about, and these are some of the precautions that is to be taken, and passing data to a subroutine, and these are some of the references to call, and we have some precautions of push and pop also. Then yeah, we have some conditional call and return instruction I have shown you. So call if carry flag is set, or call if there is no carry, return if there is carry, if return there is no carry. So this was all about today's class. I hope you have got this, and I guess that you have understood the topic of stack and subroutine, and you are able to use this in the main program. If you have any questions, just put it on the chat box. And thank you very much for patience listening, and I hope you will give us a feedback if you have understood this. So thank you one and all. If you have any queries, you can put it on the chat box. You can unmute yourself and ask. Hello.
सर सर एसपी जो रजिस्टर है इसमें 16 बिट डेटा रजिस्टर है कि 8 बिट डेटा रजिस्टर है वो?
नहीं बेटा, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग एक्चुअली, मतलब आवाज आपका क्लियर नहीं है. इफ यू कैन पुट इट ऑन चैट बॉक्स. हाँ हाँ बोलो.
ओके ओके. स्टैक पॉइंटर जो है ना रजिस्टर,
हाँ बराबर.
हाँ वहाँ वो जो है वहाँ पर 16 बिट रजिस्टर है कि वो 8 बिट रजिस्टर है सर?
बेटा स्टैक पॉइंटर जो है दैट इज अ 16 बिट रजिस्टर, क्योंकि उसको 16 बिट का मेमोरी लोकेशन का एड्रेस रखना है, राइट है ना. वो मेमोरी लोकेशन का एड्रेस रखता है स्टैक पॉइंटर, राइट. और वहां पर हमारे को डेटा सेव करना है वो मेमोरी लोकेशन के एड्रेस पर, एंड द एड्रेस इज स्टोर्ड इन द स्टैक पॉइंटर रजिस्टर, सो दैट इट शुड बी अ 16 बिट एड्रेस, राइट.
हाँ. और सर ये PSW में 8 बिट रजिस्टर है क्या फिर?
हाँ, PSW जो है प्रोग्राम स्टेटस वर्ड, दैट इज 8 बिट, और एक्यूमुलेटर 8 बिट. तो ऐसा टोटल कितना हुआ, दोनों मिलाकर PSW होता है. तो एक्यूमुलेटर का 8 बिट और हमारा फ्लैग्स का 8 बिट, वो दोनों मिलाकर यू हैव 16 बिट अगेन, राइट. तो वो दोनों भी डेटा दैट कैन बी सेव्ड इन द स्टैक पॉइंटर. स्टैक पॉइंटर मीन्स इन द स्टैक, जहां पर मेमोरी लोकेशन दिया है, जहां पर हमको डेटा स्टोर करना. तो दैट कैन ऑल्सो बी टोटल एक्यूमुलेटर और फ्लैग, ये दोनों मिला के 8 बिट का जो ये बनता है वर्ड, वो हम लोग वहां सेव करते हैं, राइट. और कुछ?
ओके सर.
ठीक है, हम लोग प्रोग्राम करेंगे तो शायद होपफुली बहुत सारी चीजें क्लियर हो जाएंगी. मंडे वी विल टेक क्लास ऑन दैट प्रोग्राम ऑफ स्क्वायर, राइट, जो नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम है हमारा. So we have to make the square of 10 numbers which are serially kept in a memory location, right? So by now, I hope it is okay. And you have any doubts, to put it on the chat box, or you can put it on the comments of YouTube also, right? So I will end the class because we are having only 1 minute left for that. So I hope you have understood. So thank you very much for listening patiently and viewing my video. Go through my YouTube channel and watch this video. If you have any doubts, put it on the comment box. I will be very happy to resolve. Thank you very much. And I will end the class now for that. So take care. Bye. See you soon.